I was told once, many years ago, of a young man who for many years was more or less the brunt of every joke in his school. He had some disadvantages, and it was easy for peers to tease him. Later in his life, he moved away from his community. He eventually joined the Army, and that led to some successful experiences there in getting an education and generally stepping away from his past. Above all, as many in the military do, he discovered the beauty and majesty of the church and became very active and very happy in it. Then, after several years, he came back to the town of his youth. Most of his generation had moved on, but not all. Apparently, when he returned, quite successful and quite reborn, the same old mindset that had existed before was still there, waiting for his return. He was still just, to them, old so-and-so. You remember, the guy who had the problem, that idiosyncrasy and this quirky nature, and did such and such and such and such, and wasn't it all just hilarious? Well, you know what happened. Surely you know what happened. Little by little, this man's Pauline-like effort to leave that which was behind and grasp the prize which God lay before him, he was gradually taken away from that, diminished, until he died about the way he'd lived in his youth. Kind of came full circle, inactive, unhappy, the brunt of a new generation of jokes. Yet, he had had that one bright, beautiful midlife moment, an exception, when he'd been able to rise above his past and truly see who he was and what he could become. Too bad, too sad. He was again to be surrounded by a whole batch of Lot's wives, those who thought his past was more interesting than his future. Yes, they managed to rip out of his grasp that for which Christ had grasped him.